Hey, morning, everybody. I did a pre-trip, back, went, checked in. They started about 8 o'clock, so, backed in, they're unloading me now. After it's done, they had a big parking lot behind the stores, so I'm back there, switch the trailer out, and, wait on a load out of here. Right now it's slightly snowing. Man, it's got bad city workers in it, man. Apparently they got a pretty good snowstorm, so there's some huge piles of snow, and it must have snowed again. Their city streets weren't plowed at all, man. And plus that I screwed up because it's really weird. Because you can't see anything because there's snow on crap, and I was supposed to veer off to the left, and plus both Google and Garmin were a little late in telling me where to turn, but when you get into town, you kind of, to get to where this mall is, there's just a small turning lane, and you follow that around, and it takes you to 26. And it was still saying, take 41 north, because they probably changed the, since these maps were made, they probably changed the way it goes now. As much as they update, they're still always years behind. Even Google, to where I should have followed. Well, actually, I should have followed Google because it was kind of saying to kind of go left. When it's busy, it's dark, and the streets are crap. You're kind of more paying attention that you don't slide into something and hit somebody than listening to the directions. And usually like I said, it's rare that Garmin throws me a curveball, but it usually happens in like weird towns, that when the first maps were made, when the maps they were using were made, they were entirely different. The towns expanded, and so they changed kind of the way the highway goes and turns. Plus you got snow all over everything, so you can't see. I barely seen the curve where it curved around. Alright, looks like they got me unloaded, so I'm gonna pull out, sweep out, and then see what my next load is, so I'll catch you in a little while. Well, that was nice. The reason I cut it was short because they were done, so I went in to get my bill of lading. He goes, well, if you want, just sweep it out in here. It's at least a lot warmer. So that was cool. I was able to sweep where it was nice and warm, not standing out freezing in the trailer. And then we were talking, and that I was telling them how we get preconceived notions about people in a certain state by the bigger cities. And then you get into smaller towns, and it's completely opposite. Houghton isn't. It's probably more densely populated than Iron Mountain, but this guy was really nice. So if you're ever doing these Tractor Supplies, and you do like Iron Mountain and Houghton and Sturgeon Bay and that, really nice people. I mean, Sturgeon Bay is a little bit of a trick to back into, because they have one of those rolling outside docks, and whoever set it up wrong. It's fine for city trucks, but for road trucks, you kind of gotta S into it. What I did is I just S'd around it, lined up with it, and then kind of pulled an S in front of the dock, and then backed up. It was a lot easier to get the correct angle. Iron Mountain's way better. Whoever set that one up. It's almost a straight back end. And the one up here in Houghton's got a dock. All the stores you can park at. This one's got either a huge lot, or if you get here late enough, like say 6 or 7 o'clock, you could just back into the dock, and then they get here at 8 o'clock in the morning, so their time here. And he offloaded me right away. I mean, I didn't have a lot. I only had like, I think 8 skids at 2 places and 7 at 1. So wasn't a real lot of freight at each store, but all the people were really nice and that. And if it's during the winter time and you need some winter clothes, I guess they have clothes in there. I wish I would have known. I thought this was mostly just like tools and tires and stuff for farms and that stuff. But I guess they got clothing in there, so I could have used a couple more, get a couple of those sweater jackets, because really I'm not standing outside. I just need something lighter than a regular jacket sometimes, just to put on, walk, open my doors, and come back in again, rather than taking this bulky jacket on and off. But I gotta admit that safety jacket, the winter one I bought over at Pilot, man, that sucker, I got like a sweatshirt, a regular t-shirt, and that jacket on, freaking I'm sweating in that thing. So it's pretty well insulated. It's pretty warm, plus it's waterproof. So I mean, if you're in like a misty, during the winter time, it's cold and it's like raining. That place, that thing's a good jacket for it. All right, we'll see you when he gets us a load and we get going. Hey everyone, well, we got a load. Thinking about 140 miles away from where it was at. Then it goes to Madison, delivers tomorrow at 10. Hey everybody, well, we're waiting to get loaded. It's one of those places you gotta back in, drop your truck, your trailer, and then pull out because they don't want to get cold. Hopefully they'll be loaded soon and I can make Fond du Lac gloves with enough fuel that I can run my APU tonight. Because if I don't get that, I'm going to be hurting for a place to park that late, because there's really nothing on 151. I think there might be a rest area that's not showing up. So it'll be an adventure today. Alright, we'll see you in a little bit once we get rolling. Hey everybody, we are south of Escanaba, between Escanaba and Marionette. Michigan 35. Hey everyone. Well, coincidentally, when I got off at, this wanted me to take 26 and kind of cut over to 151 that way. Well, it wasn't the one I was looking for, but it was a Rowdy's. I got fuel and they had a fairly big parking lot and there was room there. I know I wouldn't have gotten at the Loves. I really didn't need DEF. So if you get off at the 113 on 26, they don't have DEF. Fuel they got, DEF they don't have. So if you're just looking for fuel and a place to park at night, it's 7 o'clock and there's 2, 3, there's probably 10, 15 spots left here. It's kind of an off-the-wall spot, but tomorrow I can go and grab 26 and go to where I gotta go. Alright, have a good night. We'll see you in the morning.